Okay, yes. Hi, it's me, Emily. Let's do that again.
Okay.
And I'm here today with my friend Nicole.
Hey, how are you?
Nicole and I go way, way back. We've been great friends in many states, and we have a lot in common, including the same birthday on the same day in the same year, which we will not disclose.
1990.
Yeah. So I always look forward to my visits with Nicole, and I'm here in Austin right now. Yay!
To do one of my favorite things ever, personal image consultant, and we get to go shopping for lots of makeup. So, I just decided that I wanted to change over to a tinted moisturizer, a lot of makeup on.
You don't need a lot of makeup because you have such great skin.
So I went out and purchased myself a great tinted moisturizer by Juice Beauty. When I applied it, it made my skin look very shiny all the time, even when I put a blotting powder on. Not so flattering, I don't think. But I found that that was the same case with Laura Mercier and every other tinted moisturizer I found. And Emily came up with...
I recommended a primer from and also a setting powder. And the next step was, of course, to head right on out to the mall. So,
For sure.
show what you got, Nicole.
All right, so
this primer is the Skin Redefined Zone Treatment. And the good thing about this particular primer is it minimizes pores and it has a little bit of silicone to it, so it keeps your foundation, whatever you apply over it, really smooth. I like to refer to primers like this as Spanx for the face. It's your proper undergarment.
after grabbing this, MAC, it's not a blotting powder. For
Is
my
there
skin, right in front of Emily.
Yeah. Well, it has a little bit of coverage to it, but not so much that it would be as a standalone foundation on its own, like their mineralized powder would be.
I had to buy some eyeshadows because they were there and they were so pretty.
We just get so excited. We just get so
Yeah.
excited.
So, MAC Pot Paint.
I don't have this particular paint pot. The color is Rubenesque, and it is just
Beautiful.
so beautiful. It's great as a standalone color as well as a base for layering, a technique that you know I love.
MAC Paint in Bamboo.
Bam boom, yes. But the difference that I find in the texture between the paints and the paint pots is I find these to be a little bit more moussey, and these
And maybe
to be
a little
more
richer in color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these to be a little bit more sheer.
And got Circa Plum. Naked, which is a great highlighter color and so nice.
The great thing about Naked is you could use it as a highlighter. It doesn't have a ton of shimmer and shine to it. Vanilla was an old school favorite of mine, but it is occasionally really overly white, flattering.
Yeah, I personally can't use the vanilla. It looks like silver white on my skin, but it doesn't appear to be that in the container, though it looks great on other people.
Great thing about these 4 shadow colors is you have a lot of options. Nicole prepped with her tinted moisturizer, concealer, prep and prime, and powder.
I'd love to do a natural eye and maybe a little
Something
bit
a little bit more
dramatic or bold. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Great. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to show, because Nicole got these 4 great products that have endless possibilities, we're going to show 2 different looks. Kind of a quick and easy, run out the door for work or happy hour day look. Priorities. And then a little bit of a more layered, dramatic building look on the other eye. So for the day look, and this is really easy, I'm going to start with the Paint Pot in Rubenesque. A little small flat concealer brushes work great for these. And this is just a really soft swipe of color.
Could you also use your finger?
You could also use your finger. For sanitation reasons, would not put my finger into your product. And most of the time, clients really don't find it super professional if I am putting my fingers all over their face.
Sure.
I just applied that right from the crease to the lash line. The first step is to take your paint pot color and apply just to the lower lid area. Then we're going to take the pigment in Naked. To use the lids of these pigments, we're using a medium shadow brush. And I'm going to lightly sweep this over the paint pot color and also up to the lash line. This is a really great day look, and you can finish this with just a little swipe of mascara for something really clean. You can add some definition with some liner, top and bottom, just top. I mean, again, your options are endless.
Can I plug my favorite mascara right now?
Yes.
I discovered this product about 2 years ago called Buxom to help your eyelashes grow thicker. And I was a little skeptical at $18 a tube, but it really has made a difference. And I actually was off of it for the last 6 months, and I noticed that they weren't as full.
So another option that you would have would be when you have a little bit more time, when you want a little bit more of an impactful, is that a word?
Sure.
Okay,
Impactful.
great. Dramatic eye look. Now, these paints use very, 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 very little product. I usually take whatever just happens to be like right on the edge like that. Same concealer brush that we used before. Tiniest little bit of product. See how Nicole was saying that this has a little bit more of an opaque finish?
Oh, I like that.
From the crease down, see it's a little deeper shade than the paint pot color. For this eye, for the day look, we use the paint pot just on the lower lid. We're actually going to use this as your highlighter this time.
So Emily, I noticed you do a lot of like a tapping motion when you put it on instead of just like a sweep across.
I find that I get a little bit more control, but I find if you just load your brush with product and then swipe, that a lot of it kind of gets white and moves from one area to the next, where I like to tap and build the color.
Another beauty tip.
Now these colors are pretty close. The paint is a little deeper and more opaque, and the paint pot is a little more sheer and just a tiny, tiny bit lighter, but there's not that much difference. The pigment, Circa Plum. Purpley, kind of chocolate brown color. A brush like this, because the dome shape and it's flat, you can get it right into your crease area. That is gorgeous. So that just adds a little bit of depth right from the corner of the lash line through the center of this crease here. Now, back to the old fluffy brush here. Our fluffier brush is more for blending and softening. You notice that I didn't get too crazy and being really distinct in here because we're going to come back and soften this up. And I started by tapping it right into the crease because I want to see some brightness in that tear duct, as well as right under the brow bone. And then just whatever is left on the brush. I would follow this with a nice liner and eyelash curler and mascara. And even though I said, this is like a 2-second look and this takes a little bit more time, not that much. 4 products, 2 products, but not that much more time. Is that doable?
Yeah, for sure. Easy.
Well, we went to MAC for 2 reasons: to solve Nicole's challenge that she was having, and also I found out on this trip that I was just out of my MAC sheer loose powder, and I just was not going to make it to the end of the week, so we just had to run right out.
Yeah.
It's touch and go.
I think I have that color.
Really? Peachy Keen? You probably do.
So I have a lot of blush.
We might have a blush problem. This sheer tone blush for refill, and I got this color, is called Peachy Keen. Also, my favorite brow pencil in Dirty Blonde. They just recently came out with more pro longwear lip colors, and they are super duper long lasting. And I needed a new spring pick-me-up in a lip color, so I got this pink color in anticipation. And I also bought MAC Fluid Line. This is a limited edition color, Midnight Snack. Got this. It's a nice like slate gray for the tutorial that I promised you, layering long-lasting eyeliner. I am going to apply this with a angled liner brush. Pretty creamy, so you don't have to wet the brush like with a lot of times I'll use shadow with an angle brush wet. And I like to just push the brush right into the lash line. Awesome. I also sometimes like to go a little, maybe like 1/3 of the way across the bottom. So look up. So we are so back.
So bad.
Nicole's finished look, she applied some of her fabulous mascara, which really, really makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Sure.
Includes our haul to MAC. We got 5 products each. It's awesome. It was like, remember that show Supermarket Sweep?
It was Supermarket Sweep. Should I get this? What do you think? Okay, got it.
Solved an issue, as well as
Got some fun colors for the eyes.
yeah, you're ready to just launch into spring. Maybe cartwheel into spring.
For sure.
Anyway, so yeah. I hope that was really helpful.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Emily.
You're welcome, pal. share some love with us. Feel free to leave a comment and share with your friends.
More to come.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.